In this video, we took to the back roads of Malaysia to explore the hidden town of Bekok for some light off-road riding, a pretty decent waterfall and some wanton noodles. Welcome to another episode of Bikers and Bites.
He loves his freedom. She loves her freedom. They love their freedom. And we love our freedom.
Experience two-wheel freedom with DirectAsia. Use promo code VeryOK30 at checkout for $30 eCapita voucher or VeryOK60 for $60 eCapita voucher. Thank you to DirectAsia for making this video possible.
We rode about 70 kilometers from Kluang and made a right turn off Route 1, Jalan Libis, onto J150, Jalan Bekok.
Good morning! Good morning! It's another lovely sunny day! So, Winston, what do you personally look for when you are planning for a route?
I actually like to go on a B road more than the highway if possible, if time allows.
2 weeks ago, we went riding, Winston and I, right?
I think we are heading towards Kuantan.
Because of situations, we were not able to get to our hotel while there was daylight, so we had to ride at night. No joke. In the last episode, Winston said that he saw a cow in the middle of the road. 2 weeks ago we saw a bloody cow in the middle of the road.
So I mean, for new riders, if you're going on a B road ride, plan your time. Try not to ride at night, because what we did 2 weeks ago, we rode the B roads at night. It was really not that enjoyable compared to the daytime.
It's okay lah, it's not that bad. Like for me, I don't have night blindness, so I was leading. When I know vehicles on the road, okay, right? But the problem comes when you get opposing traffic. Then those fellas with the headlights on, right? The road markers literally disappear once. So like if you guys can see, this kind of reflective ones on the road, right, are still okay. You can see the reflection, but problem happens when those disappear lah.
Yeah, so the trick is actually try not to look at the opposite vehicle light. Look far ahead so you don't get blind by the opposite vehicle.
If you were to ride at night, slow it down lah. We were behaving like idiots because, you know, we were already late and we were like, oh shit, we need to get there.
But the best preventive measure, definitely don't ride the B roads at night. Problem solved. Anyway, I want to mention about my jacket. This Magna Ferro jacket is a new jacket from Regina Specialties. So the material is a lot more durable. It feels a lot more durable. And the material is ripstop 6mm. So it's like in a way control tearing if you were to fall.
Basically, if you get propagate throughout the jacket lah, it will go for 6mm and then it hits a stop. And then it won't continue tearing.
Another design feature of this jacket, right, is that the front is a bit shorter compared to the back. So it's shorter in the front. So this way when you sit, right, you know, you don't have a big belly over it. The airflow through the arms is really good. Chest as well. But as you can see, there's a lot of fabric here. You know, one thing I wish that this jacket have is that there's a strapping device. I just wish that they have something to tighten so that it's not so flabby. To match this jacket with a little bit of high-vis details, I have the Magna gloves.
High-vis glove?
Yeah, the high-vis is like so visible in the daytime. Like I can do hand signal to Mark, and you can see very clearly. You know, like slow down, pump petrol.
Yeah lah. But then it's so high-vis that you point middle finger, so easier to see, right?
Turns out we had to ride through Bekok to get to Taka Pengkoi Treehouse and Waterfall. We continued onto J150 for about 15 minutes before...
Oh yo, off-road or what?
Hey, yeah, I know it's your favorite, right?
What precious cargo do I have?
Nothing. My clothes.
Really?
Yeah?
Really? Okay, bye.
Yeah? Okay. Wait for me! Wait for me! Something like this, right, it's good to have good suspension on your motorcycle.
It depends on what you're riding also lah. If you are riding a bike just to get around the city, you know, 10-20 click this kind, then yeah lah, fine lah, whatever.
Yeah lah, that one can understand lah.
It's not just a comfort concern. Who you hold?
Oh you.
Deep, it's a safety thing. So suspension is going to keep your tires locked onto the road. You're not gonna bounce, you're not gonna chatter.
Very apparent once you have experienced a good suspension and you know how a bad one feels like. Are we here yet?
Yes!
Wow,
Ta-da!
wow, right in front of us, man.
Oh.
You see?
Stone.
No Bigfoot.
Just one small piece of can ah. Okay. Can, thank you. My
Wow.
Bigfoot disappeared.
Because we ride too fierce, right?
We were so relieved that we could ride straight up to the waterfall. Means we don't have to hike and we don't have to carry all our belongings. Best.
So remember in the first episode we brought you to what I call a swimming pool, they call a waterfall. This is a waterfall.
Takapangkoi Treehouse and Waterfall lies about 10 kilometers from Bekok, with the last few hundred meters being a little bit bumpy. Don't worry, it's nothing technical and any rider will be able to navigate it. A super relaxing location, perfect for a quick stop or a swim.
They got slide also. Although the slide looks quite scary, I wouldn't recommend anyone trying it. If you guys like anything you see, whether it's the Magna jacket, Magna pants, the gloves, all climb. Alright? If you like it, consider going to 333.com and getting yourself a piece.
We backtrack down J150 onward to Bekok town.
I love the back roads. We are so fortunate, you know. Malaysia is right next door. We get to be able to come to these kind of places, ride these kind of roads. This place is very holy, Winston. Oh yo. Scary. If you guys have been enjoying watching the Bikers and Bites series, really consider helping us out directly by going to DirectAsia, getting yourself a new policy and using Very OK 30 or Very OK 60 at checkout. So the first 3 episodes we've brought you guys to very Instagrammable places. Today we are bringing you to a more home style kind of place, you know, home cooked, easy, simple wanton mee stall.
But this place nice, eh? Shall we take a picture first?
Are you Lalo?
Wow, this one nice rustic. Let me find a correct lighting first.
Photographers.
For most Singaporeans, getting backgrounds like these are getting increasingly difficult. It's a blessing that we have these in Malaysia. Nice, right?
Wow, bro, see? I also can take picture, okay?
Not bad, you're improving, bro. He's just round the corner. Time for food, time for food.
What I heard was these guys get busy in the day, breakfast.
Yeah.
So it's
Hungry. Hello!
Bekok is a small, sleepy town with only an area of 785 square kilometers and mainly a Hakka population. It seems that most traditional food is always in places like this.
Hey, Laoban! Hello!
There is something about family-owned shops like these that put in the extra love and care by setting up the decor by themselves or even hand-drawing them. That sets the mood. Gone is the feel of the bustle, and in its place was a sense of calm, content and composure.
Remember to the test where we do Team Flyer and Team Biker? I'm gonna show you something. Whee! Broom broom! How you doing? Not bad, right? You know this, right, is drawn by the wife of the owner. Quite artistic. This almost looks like an art piece in the National Art Gallery.
But it's only to dry cups.
All these are drawn by the owner's wife. I wonder where she is.
今年最热门的就是这个所谓的好运福袋兔。
这个是一个 keychain, OK。
对，它是吉祥物。
今年是兔年吗？
对，今年是兔年。我这个东西都是在我10多岁的时候我开始就玩了。
那么这个呢？你几岁开始玩？
差不多也是个时候啦。
哇，讲会话啊
！17、18岁的时候，因为我们那时候我读书比较少嘛，有空间比较多咯。
So I realized those people who cannot study can draw so well. But I also never study. Why I cannot draw?
因为兴趣而玩嘛。
I also never study, also can't draw. I only can draw money. So lame.
Mr. Chen started Lao Yochi 34 years ago after helping his mother sell wanton noodles on street carts as a young boy. Can you imagine cooking for almost all your entire life? Mr. Chen is living it, buying fresh ingredients every morning and making countless bowls of noodles. not to mention wontons every day.
Makan time! Bon appetit. Very home cooked. There's nothing to write home about. But at the same time, it makes you feel like you're at home. Exactly the same as when I was a young boy. I mean, it's not a super duper wow. It is not the best thing you have tasted in your life. But it transports you back in time to a time when you were a kid. And now we're all old already. I think those times are very cherishable.
The wonton skin is thin. The meat flavor is there. Wonton pass. The noodle dries out because just now we're doing the show, right? So must give a bit of discount because try already ma. Oh. Can see lah.
Pour a bit of the soup inside lah.
Okay.
I haven't tried the wontons.
The noodle texture is okay. Not the best wonton we have eaten, but the texture is good. It's not soggy. I hate soggy noodles. This is perfectly like the previous episode, the pasta al dente, just the way Mark like it. This is the way I like the wonton noodle. The sauce is just regular black sauce, Malaysia style.
I haven't tried the wonton. Order wonton mee, then never try the wonton. Like idiot, right?
Some wonton, the skin is very thick and the meat is very stingy. But the meat is quite a good portion. I mean, it's not gigantic big, but it's okay.
Okay.
Very okay.
Very okay.
Join us in the next episode where we bring you on a 4x4 adventure in search of a special viewpoint and some oh so good food.
We'd like to thank DirectAsia for allowing us to experience two-wheeled freedom. We've got our bellies full, we've got our thirst quenched, we've got to see some beautiful art, and we've got a brand new Bikers and Bites sticker. With that, I'm Mark, he's Winston, and see you on the road.